Hi, my name is Susan.
Hi, my name's Verity.
And we have been to EGX and we had a look at quite a few games.
Yes,
so...
we have.
Did you play I Want to Be Human?
I did, yes.
What did you think of it?
That was kind of a bit like Super Meat Boy, but with a vampire. And you couldn't die, which was quite cool because you were already dead, I guess. And you ran through the level and there were lots of things that you had to dodge and bad guys that you had to shoot. I had a shotgun and I could shoot people and I could shoot buttons to open different levels and open different trapdoors and things like that. But every time you got injured, you lost your blood level. But when you killed people, your blood level went back up.
Yeah,
it was okay. It was quite fun, but it's nothing. I wouldn't think it was spectacularly new or anything. But
apparently, it's a single-handed effort.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, in that case,
I was talking to one of the dudes on the store. And he said, it's just one dude to put the entire thing together.
Wow, well, that's quite impressive then, yeah, because it was well made. It's a good game, but it's not really my sort of game. But it was a good game and put together well.
What was Dead Pixels?
Dead Pixels Straight to Video, I think was Dead Pixels 2 Straight to Video was its name. It was a side-scrolling beat 'em up with zombies, very much in the style of old 80s, 90s arcade games. It's difficult to describe. Basically, it was a two-player game, and you had a shotgun, and you could fire in either direction, and zombies came at you. And you could go into shops so that, you had the background was shops and some of them were boarded up, but other ones you could go into and grab lots of loot. But then the zombies would come into the shop as well. Oh. So it wasn't just like they were outside and you'd go into a shop and then you were relatively safe.
Yeah.
And get some stuff and come back and they'd come in. And depending on what you shot and what you didn't shoot, it seemed to raise the threat level. So if you left cars intact for some reason, because you could just shoot them or bat them with your kind of beating stick, it would raise if you didn't do that, it would leaving them standing would raise the threat level and more zombies would come until there were just so many zombies that you ran out of bullets.
That sounds terrifying.
Nah, it wasn't at all, because it was all like cartoony 90s graphics.
Oh.
So it was all right. It wasn't anything special, but it was good fun.
You played Too Dark.
Too dark and too weird. I
was like, what was it billed as? Retro survival horror?
I guess so. I was some kind of detective by the fact that I had a Mac on. Again, it was
the key identifier factor.
It was my guess. I was outside some sort of spooky house. There was a thunderstorm. In terms of graphics, again, it was kind of like 90s retro
pixely,
yeah, pixelated. It wasn't side scroller, but it was
top down sort of
top down view. And you were outside, so this kind of some sort of child prison. I don't know what it was.
Because you got told your objective was to rescue 7 missing children, but they turned out to only be kind of a corridor away.
Yes, unfortunately, between me and that corridor, or down that corridor, was pitch blackness and a death trap, which obviously
was
you just
right in the middle. Of,
you just
where
head
you were
straight
walking,
towards it, and then I died, and the guy went, "Oh yeah, you're dead." I was like, "Is that it? Is that the whole game?" Because there was absolutely no way of seeing that death trap unless you fell in it, and then you reload. And to me, that seems a bit rubbish. If the lightning had kind of lit it up or something, and
for a brief moment, then you might have stood a chance
to go.
Thinking, I'm not going to step in that bear trap.
Yeah, that looks a bit dodgy.
But a rat got snapped in that bear trap later on.
Yeah,
that was
cool.
Gross. I was like, ew!
Yeah,
stuck in your bear trap. Ew!
It all got a bit bloody, to be honest.
So you walked up, and then there was in that corridor there was some decaying body or something, but they had a lantern, so you stole the lantern.
It was the body of a child.
Oh, was it?
That was the worst thing. That was one of the missing children. But luckily, it didn't add up to my total of 7 that I had to get, so it was okay. I'm sorry about that missing child, but that one's never going home.
But you did take the lantern.
I took a lantern, yeah, totally, because that actually made it a hell of a lot easier.
And then you had to go into they were in little cells.
There were 3 cells, and you could see children in one, children in a third cell, and then in the middle cell there was obviously a rabid dog. You then had to go into this little office, and there were 3 switches, and it's like, oh, okay, well, I won't flip the second or the middle switch. But obviously the switches were all mixed up, because as soon as I flicked one of them, then the dog was loose. But
the dog didn't attack you.
Well, it came at me. It waited at the door of the office, which was kind of moving in and out anyway, and it came in as I was going out, I think, and so.
So what were the purpose of the rats then?
I don't know, because the rats were
after
wailing on me as well.
Oh, were they?
That was actually how me and the children got most bloody. Because every time the lightning kind of lit us up, there was like, we were covered in more blood. And there were just these blooded children standing. It was weird.
But did you have to like shepherd the children? You had to like, you tell them to come with you?
Yeah, there was like a button command where you could say, come, and they'd sort of follow you. But then I discovered that one that wasn't following me, I could just forcefully pick up by the scruff of its neck and drag out with me. This way, take you out, child. And it was...
But you got all of them, and the bonus child.
And the bonus child, apart from that poor, horribly dead, smashed one on the floor.
Oh, yeah, so that was the reference at the end. It was like, rescued all the children, but what about that missing one, ... and it's
smooshed. Sorry about that. It was too dark, too weird, too furious.